Yo, this is Bogdan,
And this is Alfred.
and this is the BAP podcast. Welcome.
What's up, guys? So I found a couple of interesting Reddit posts that I wanted to start us off with. Just some quick palate cleansers before we get to what I think was probably the most interesting story of the week here. So let me see if I can get this on the full screen. And don't blink because you might miss it. Let me make sure I've got the sound enabled. Here we go. Here we go. So tell me what you think about this. So I'm gonna play that back and see if you can catch what this man's message is for the skater. It's not a nice one. I don't think he supports skater life. So he wasn't too. I was impressed.
Yeah.
Because that.
Oh, goodness.
Because he jumped out of a moving truck.
Can we play it one more time? I want to see it again. I want to analyze it. It's crazy how he was like primed to say that already. Like he immediately went to, you know what I mean? Like you would think there would be a moment of like, all right, let's like check ourselves.
Like, did I break anything?
Yeah.
But at the same token, like he must live a pretty rough life because that was so loaded at the tip of his tongue. He was so ready for it. His first inventory wasn't like, are all of my electronics that spewed out of me okay? And like, look at his reaction time here.
Holy crap, dude. Wait, does his...
He's almost looking back before he finishes falling.
He slid. Wait, what's underneath him?
I wanna see if I can pause it and then scrub. Yes. Okay, so
Let's see what's underneath him.
so we have
Right there. Hold on. Dude, this guy's experienced. Look, he has like the leg up. Do you see him? He has like the leg up. He's
Skater
ready to vault. No, the biker.
This guy.
The biker. Look at him. He's like ready to vault. He's ready to. That's an interesting reaction, definitely.
What I want to know is, where are they in the street? Because does the bike lane extend this far into the street?
There's that guy. I think his name's Steven Avery. The one that drives around, you're in the bike lane. The one where he goes and finds the garbage man, and he's like, you stupid.
That I feel like, is it Casey Neistat that also does that?
I don't know if he does, but I think the guy's name is Steven Avery.
Policing the bike lane?
Yeah.
So, hold on. Where in the road does he start? Like, this car is... I mean, I feel like this truck is parked in the bike lane.
You know...
Based on those videos, because it's over at the side, and then here we go. So, I want to see if I can identify when the skater realizes he's about to goof. What falls out of him too? I want to see. I want to see that. So.
Well, I think glasses flew off.
Yeah, I saw the glasses.
Definitely some kind of glasses.
Oh man, this right here is like such a bad way to land.
I know that's how your wrist goes or something.
Yeah, like
Something.
That's an easy broken wrist or forearm. Like at the skate park, Sherry Lindsay. That was always how kids were going.
Oof.
Yeah.
So how do you land? How do you make sure you don't break anything?
So I think the
Just with your
best
chest?
way would be to roll to one shoulder. Like try and get it on a larger surface area of your body rather than two small points, because all of that impact is going to displace between those two small points.
Get that surface area.
Yeah, if you have a larger surface area hit the ground at once, it's less concentrated impact.
I can imagine like that snap. That's like the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like. Oh man.
So this guy's face makes contact with the ground here for a hot second. It goes from here to. That's pretty much. This is
Play it. Let's see if it bounces off though.
This is r/meat cran. So this is for Reddit
Yeah,
videos.
scrub it back a little and then play it.
Oh my god.
And he had the earphones rip out, which is like the most visceral
Yeah.
experience. Like when someone rips out your the headphones out of your ears, just yanks them out. It's just like this sudden.
It's like when you fall through the ice.
Yeah.
So I can't really see what this is under him or what's going on here. He's wearing really tight jeans. I don't think that those jeans are, unless they're jeggings, which
What the
like
heck are jeggings?
like leggings that are supposed to look like jeans. Like I feel like he was in the wrong apparel for a bike ride.
You're in the bike lane.
At the same time too, with the prevalence of all of these YouTube videos where people are like, hey, you can die anytime you're in the bike lane because people are just going to be parked like idiots. Why was he so nonchalant about riding a bike through what appears to be a busy intersection? I mean, this is like
I own the road.
Like at this point, wouldn't you look out for skateboarders erupting from moving trucks?
Yeah. Yeah, you could be right. That might not even be a bike lane.
I mean, it definitely looks like the stoplight is engaged. So he's supposed to be crossing, or like I feel like cars are supposed to be crossing there. Anywho, so that was an interesting little snippet there. I also ran into this one that I thought was really one of those priceless like gotchas, but also I feel like you could feel a lot of secondhand embarrassment for this person. So let me see if I can.
I work for the governor. You know
It's already bad.
good.
Okay, so here's another video that I thought was it really made me feel good inside. It warmed me up.
The governor. Can I send someone else? I'll come back to my dinner. I'm not sitting here recording.
He's not going to cry the whole time.
We can put you on the next flight. What? We can put you on the next flight. No, I can't. I have to. We've been here How was your name? Right here. What's your name? Tabitha 9766. Thank you, Tabitha. You may not have a job tomorrow. I want this lady.
Reaching.
No, I can't. I can't, Tabitha. I have to. I apologize. Please. I apologize. All right. I
So-
apologize. I have to. Thank you, Tabitha.
She pulled a reverse card.
I'm not screaming. I'll be quiet now, please. Okay, I'm sorry. I was really stressed out.
Now Perez's name and image have been removed from the council's official website, and she's been placed on a leave of absence.
Oof.
You may not have a job tomorrow.
So
The plot thickens.
yeah, so this is like typical I guess, is this what we'd call like boomer boomer
Boomerism?
conflicts? Yeah, boomerism. Like,
Come back to my game.
so you can't board an airplane and decide like that you're gonna have a calm atmosphere.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a perfectly calm atmosphere on a plane. I remember I boarded a plane from Binghamton Airport to because our little airport puts you on like a puddle jumper.
Yeah, like
to-
something that's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, like something with a single engine.
Yeah.
Uh,
that rattles the entire time, and you're like,
And I was there were empty seats throughout the plane, but I was placed in a seat next to a guy who maybe he was going straight to deer hunting after his flight or had just finished and was on his way home, because he reeked of what I assume to be like deer
like musk.
piss.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, talk about a visceral experience. And, it's just, that's what my life was for the next hour and a half.
That's one man put it. It's a tube full of demons.
So don't you ever say I said that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that she was already off to a poor start with thinking that she was entitled to. I don't like that word, entitlement. I feel like that word gets thrown out a lot. And I feel like sometimes the people saying it are the people that might be a little bit like this woman here.
This situation.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe all flights when she picked the flight, it said enjoy a calm, relaxing flight to your destination.
She read too far into the advertising.
Yeah. And didn't look at the fine print that was
Yeah.
like, you may have a baby sitting next to you.
They got her.
Yeah, so the switch up here, you can see it on her face when the flight attendant completely dismisses her and looks past her to the front of the plane, saying, "I want her off the flight." Try and see if you can see that switch up, complete switch up.
He's not gonna cry the whole time.
We can put you on the next flight. What? We can put you on the next flight. No, I can't. I have to.
Up it.
Hubba.
I want your name. Right here. What's your name? Tabitha 976. Thank you, Tabitha. You may not have a job tomorrow. I want this lady. No, I can't. No, I want you off my flight. I can't, Tabitha. I have to. I apologize. I apologize.
And I love how like at first she's using her name very in a patronizing manner. Okay, Tabitha, you might not have your job tomorrow.
Oof.
And then as soon as she's like, yo, I'm about to wreck this lady's whole career. She's like, I can't, Tabitha. Tabitha.
No. No, Austin.
Ready? Here we go. We're gonna.
976. Thank you, Tabitha. You may not have
Thanks,
a job
Tabitha.
tomorrow. I want this lady.
By the way.
No, I can't. I can't, Tabitha. I have to.
I can't, Tabitha.
Well, you.
I apologize.
This.
I apologize. I have to. Thank you, Tabitha. I'm screaming at the I'm not screaming. I'll be quiet now, please. Okay, I'm sorry. I was really stressed out.
Now Perez is
Oof.
I'm sorry. Can we restart? Can we roll it back? Roll it back a little bit.
So this is probably like the last thing you want to do in a busy plane. Which, hold on, planes are stressful environments. Planes are like a means to an end, and it's a very stressful means. I've been on planes where like I didn't sleep well the night before, or perhaps I didn't sleep at all because I'm catching a red eye because the prices are lower. And like everyone looks like they're in a bad place. Their hair is greasy. My hair is always greasy when I'm on a plane. It doesn't matter if I'd showered like a half hour before.
And you're worried too, like there's always that every time something shakes, just like that back of the head.
Well, I guess this is one of those flights.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a statistic now.
That's why I always sit in the back. Supposedly, like the back is supposed to be the part that's most likely to survive, or something like that. The tail end. Do you ever notice that? Like whenever you see a crash plane.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's
It's
always dead, but
yeah,
like,
it's always the
yeah.
tail sticking up out of the wreckage.
Yeah, so I always try to get the back. And the other cool thing is if you go in the back, you got to, first of all, you got to be really comfortable with not getting motion sickness. So if you get motion sickness, stay out of the back. That's where it's the worst, because like you literally feel all of the movement from the because the plane does like sort of bend and sway a little bit in the back. And it's crazy because if you look down, you can see it inside of the plane when you're in the back. But the cool thing is that if you get on the flight and a few of the back rows are empty, they'll give you like a whole row. So I mean, I've had that happen a couple times. Like we flew to Florida a few months ago, and they just gave us a row each, and it was like you just lay down.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it was definitely a good vibe.
All right, so I'm just gonna play this one more time, and just notice the facial expressions once she loses control.
He's not gonna cry the whole time.
We can put you on the next flight. What? We can put you on the next flight. No, I can't. I have to. Then you will sit with your name. I want your name. Right here. What's your name? Tabitha 9766. Thank you, Tabitha. You may not have a job tomorrow. I want this lady. No, I can't. No, I can't, Tabitha. I have to. I apologize. I apologize.
I just try to connect to like who she reminds me of, and I can't think of anyone right now.
No, I can't.
Now,
I
Perez's
can't,
name and
Tabitha.
image have been removed from the council's official website, and she's been placed on a leave
Oh
of
my
absence.
goodness.
Yeah. So like, not always the best time to flex that you work for like a state representative.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. So, anywho, those I just really got a sense of enjoyment out of those, and I don't think it really opens up nicely into what I'm prepared to talk about now, but whatever. So I was reading that article you sent me on Bloomberg about the memes. Did you read that article?
Yeah, I think I actually sent that to you.
You did.
Yeah.
So what were your takeaways? Because I went ahead and just I prepared some notes that I wanna really lay into this.
I definitely thought it was interesting, the connection with F. Jerry. So they went to Jerry Media, who is like, I believe they were the promoters of the Fire Festival, which was like that whole debacle down in the Caribbean where
Ja Rule.
Yeah, Ja Rule, and I forgot the guy's name. I'm sure I can just look it up real quick. Fire Festival. Billy McFarland. That just sounds sketchy, dude. So this guy, Billy McFarland and Ja Rule, they had originally started an app, I think, and the app was like to book talent. So to book people who were artists and rappers and actors and stuff to like come to your birthday party or your party, and they could like host something there. And what ended up happening is they were like, oh, let's how do we promote it? And they were like, let's do a big festival. So they ended up doing a big festival, and they made it seem like they sold one thing, but they gave people another, which is what? Fraud, right? So what happened is they got in a bunch of trouble, but they had used Jerry Media, who Michael Bloomberg is using now, to promote their event. And Jerry Media, I believe, is part of F. Jerry, or like an affiliate of that, which is like a social media site that sort of takes people's content and just makes it their own. Now at least they
credit it.
Yeah.
So good on them after gaining, I think it says here, after gaining 14.9 million followers. Now they credit people. So I'm glad that they updated their ethics.
Yeah.
That's very that shows a lot of integrity. So does this mean that Michael Bloomberg is actually Fire Festival too?
I don't know. I think so. We'll see.
Is he? So what is he campaigning on? He's probably campaigning on an island. He's gonna have huge headliners, tents, but a lack of bathrooms. Because I think that was the problem with Fire Festival is when you're talking about a remote island, and
Well, lack of bathrooms, and they had FEMA tents. So it was like from like I actually think they had actually purchased tents from the hurricane that was in that area. It was like surplus tents, and they bought mattresses too. And what happened is it rained, so it started pouring, and the mattresses ended up getting soaked.
Ooh,
And it was like this disgusting. Well, I mean, you could watch the. There's actually 2 documentaries. One's on Netflix, and I don't remember. Is the other one on Hulu or something?
probably.
But there's 2 of them. One's actually produced by the same people, Jerry Media, and then the other one's someone else produced it. But
They're like, we got to cash in on our own demise.
yeah, yep. But I'm definitely interested to see what they came up with memes and stuff. I mean, they are a marketing agency, so.
Oh, so it's really bad. So actually, this up here on the screen has an example of one of them. Except it's like it's a poor crop. So I'm gonna try and get the rest of what it says.
Man, that already looks like if older person figured out what a meme is, and then they like got a hold of a meme generator somehow.
Yeah,
and started.
it's worse.
Yeah.
So take a look at this. Like, this is a good example of how bad they are. This was posted on the Grape Juice Boys Instagram account, which has 2.7 million followers. According to this article, they often post memes about black culture. And this says, "Hello, Juice Boys. Can you post an original meme to make me look cool for the upcoming Democratic primary?" And the response from the Grape Juice Boys is, "I don't think so, to be honest. Your vibe is kind of off." And Mike Bloomberg's response to this, which again, like, this is kind of tone deaf considering that this is supposedly an Instagram that you know is a boon to black culture.
Yeah.
His response was, "I put Lamborghini doors on the Escalade." Which is that? I'm actually going to Google search that right now. Is that? That sounds like it's probably
Like
song
a rap
lyrics?
lyric or something. Yeah, it's from How We Do
Yeah.
by The Game.
So, when did that song come out? The Game?
It says 2004 was the lyric says 2004.
Oh
I mean,
my
this is
gosh.
this is an old album.
That's such a bad song to. Is he like? Gosh, like, that's even worse than I could have thought.
We've come a long way.
Because there's just so many criticisms I have about this, and that just kind of made the matter even worse, because he's on a quote unquote black culture Instagram influencer. He's like signaling to that crowd, like, hey, sure, you guys are into black culture and everything, but have you heard of The Game? Like, but do you know 50 Cent? These 2000 rappers.
When trying to be relevant goes the wrong way.
Golly, because that's just that's such a pander. It's just like, oh, this is the black culture Instagram. I better reference a rap song.
Yep.
Because black people all love rap.
I want to know who was behind the like. I want to be there for the session where they were brainstorming these.
Well, apparently, like very little thought is put into this because the tagline on Grape Juice Boy's Instagram literally says, "I don't get it, question mark, and then in parentheses, paid for by Mike Bloomberg." So they're not even they're not even capable of going kind of under the radar. Every post, because of the Federal Commissions Bureau on elections, every post has to have info. This is paid for by Mike Bloomberg. So like there's just so many things that I can criticize here. There's another one here. I'm gonna try and put this up on. Let's see.
It says here that he spent $1 million a day for the advertisement,
Which is just like, if money spent could be like proportionate to how racist it is or how much of a pander it is, I think that Mike Bloomberg is in serious trouble for this.
Dang, it says here that Tribe, which is a online marketplace, I've actually heard of it, where you can go and you can say that you want certain influencers to market your brand, is advertising to pay people $150 to put posts that support Michael Bloomberg.
Bruh.
Dude, this sounds like something out of Gangs in New York. You know what I mean? Like when they have it's election day and they have these dudes doing like this random stuff. Like I think down south this was a thing. Like they would buy a ton of booze. Like they do a night out for like the entire town to get them to vote the next day, or to do the opposite, or to suppress the vote. You know, like to get them all drunk,
super hammered, so they can't show up to the polls.
Go to the polls.
So here's another example of how bad this has gotten. This is to Tank Sinatra, which, as you can see here, has 2.3 million followers. Mr. Tank, I've been waiting for my meme for so long that I learned how to make memes myself in Photoshop. Again, what the Bloomberg campaign believes a meme is, and what memes, I guess, to you and I and to the general meme audience believe memes are, two vastly different things. This is just... I get a lot of secondhand embarrassment looking at this because it's just like he spent money on this. What do you think of this one? And it's like an obvious ripoff of the Bernie Sanders, I'm once again asking for your support. So this is just a ripoff of the Bernie Sanders, I'm once again asking for your financial support. And you see here it says, I am once again asking for to make me look cool. And I want you to look at this part right here because it doesn't even have proper grammar. And he adds right here, you to make me look cool. Do you see that?
Yeah. I saw. I have it
so
pulled up.
It's just, I mean, what are young people supposed to take away from this other than like he doesn't understand the culture? He's a complete idiot. Because these are the things that I get out of this. And like the subtext is so self-deprecating. It says, "Great job, Mike, ... And then in parentheses, yes, this is really sponsored by @Mike Bloomberg."
Jeez. No, really, someone paid for this.
Segment idea.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So here's like a couple of takeaways I had was like you said, they pay $150 per post on, I think it said like accounts with at least 10,000 followers.
Yep.
No, 1,000 to 100,000 followers. So, which it deems are micro influencers.
Yep.
So, like that alone is such a weird dystopian look at how to run a campaign. Because one thing that this shows is it shows how for sale social media audiences are, or how for sale their the influencers that control their audience believe them to be.
Yep.
Right? Like here's just a quick buck for me, but for somewhere out there, it might actually manipulate them into making a political decision, which is like, that's scary. And the article itself is a little bit woke at the end, but in a kind of ironic way. They say, quote, "A billionaire paying for memes could deter young people from voting for him, of course." Right, because it's like, first off, he can't even make a decent meme to save his life. And it goes on to say, but even if they don't vote for Mr. Bloomberg, maybe their parents or grandparents will vote for him if the Gen Zer who saw this content tell the oldies they thought it was cool. First off, never happening. No Gen Z is going to see this and be like, it's good stuff.
Yeah,
good
it seems legit.
Good meme.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how toxic do you think it is that they view memes as a way to just buy into youth culture?
Well, I can see like why that could be the case. Like we were talking before about like Little Nas X. You know, his thing was because he was able to use memes to sort of grow a brand, or like himself, right? Like he was using it to promote himself. So in one way it does work, but I feel like it was just different, right? Like the kid's younger.
Yeah.
He's more like connected to the culture around him. Like he understands the kids, like people that are around him, you know, whether it's teenagers or people like in their early 20s. And he sees things differently, and he's a lot quicker to catch on to a trend because he's actually consuming the same media or games or movies, you know, like stuff like that, while it's not the same for guys like Mike Bloomberg. You know what I mean? I mean, it sounds like his team is like a bunch of people that are over 40.
Not to mention, we're talking about a guy who genuinely made a great song that kind of broke boundaries between two genres of music.
Yep.
In a way that was I thought it was pretty well done. And of course, the general population, and maybe this is because of the PsyOps campaign that he ran with the memes, but there's not a whole lot of criticism you can put as an attack against that song. It's just it's like a good song, and we're comparing that to a baloney presidential campaign.
Yeah. And I feel like there's also this extra factor of like almost like luck, right? So when Little Nas X came out with his song, at the same time, well, actually it was a little bit later, but Red Dead Redemption was getting huge, right? And people were using it on their footage. He actually was doing that. He was loading up footage of Red Dead Redemption with his song in there, and it like perfectly fit into that, you know? So there's like multiple things that makes a meme a meme. It's not just like a funny, quick, you know, well, this isn't even funny, sort of sad.
Yeah. So like what makes a meme, I would say that what made Mike Bloomberg into a meme more so than what he's paying for is how bad he got absolutely trashed by Trump this past week. So, let me see if I can find the exact quote I'm talking about. But Trump almost effortlessly turned Mike Bloomberg into a meme when he called him Mini Mike Bloomberg. And he said something to the tune that Mini Mike is a 5-foot 4-inch mass of dead energy who does not want to be on the debate stage with these professional politicians. So what's really wild to me is I don't know. I just feel like it's a symptom of being a rich white male.
Mm.
Just being the opposite of woke, being so egocentric and so self-absorbed that I don't know. Does Mike Bloomberg think he's successfully making his debut in the meme world?
Well, maybe it is all of the success. Like you do have to give a little bit of like, to the fact that he is a billionaire.
Yeah.
You don't get there overnight, right? Is it almost like this? Well, I've gotten here. What else can I do? Like nothing can stop me, sort of mentality, right? Like is that maybe what it is, that you don't realize you're almost blinded to all these other factors?
I mean, Trump was elected president,
Yeah.
so that like paved the way for rich white dudes who
It's
think
almost
that
like
they
YouTube.
can vibe.
Like when you see certain people become successful on YouTube, and you're like, I could do that. Like if he can do it, I can do it. So like, is that like sort of his thing? Is that what's going on? Like he's saying like, well, if that billionaire can do it, he's not the brightest in the bunch. Then I'm sure I can do something. But
and he proceeds to do something just as stupid. I mean, it's just anyway. So that was probably the most notable news from this week. I guess I also want to put a little plug in congratulating Sanders' campaign on having 11,000 people in their rally in Colorado in Denver. So, and I also just want to say, if Bloomberg thinks that his meme gang can take on the Sanders meme army, then they're gonna be outnumbered and outgunned.
And the Sanders meme army is all volunteer.
Yeah, like my little brother is just so fierce when it comes to canvassing and political debate and discourse, and the memes that he has exposed me to on the Bernie Sanders side, I've been awoken. I've been awakened.
You've seen it.
Yeah, I've felt
the
it.
light.
I felt, because memes aren't something you just see. Memes are something you feel. And I think that's where the Bloomberg campaign is completely tone deaf, because they're trying to create something that you're supposed to feel first. A meme can't be a meme unless it's already been felt.
Yep.
And then it's just someone describing something that you've already felt. You're like, oh, man, that's what it is. But it's like, this is just a white dude being like... So, I don't know. Also, like, just if appearances could make or break, I mean, look at this guy, dude. Look at this. This guy is a billionaire.
He looks like the turtle from Kung Fu Panda. You know the wise old turtle?
Wushu or
Wushu,
yeah, Master Wei Fong or something. I mean, geez Louise, dude. He is a turtle. If you look here, you see that like he's got too much neck and not enough collar.
Yeah.
Contain the neck. There's so many memes I can make just on this face. You just made a meme. we should make a meme of Bloomberg compared to Master Wushu.
Today's assignment.
We can make $150 real quick.
Mushu. Mushu Wushu.
Who would you vote for? Master Wushu? Hold on. I actually Master Wushu Kung Fu Panda. How did I actually remember that was his name? Oh, that isn't his name. That's the short guy. That's the little guy. I think so. Is it Shifu? Master Shifu? Because Wushu is the little guy.
It's Oogway.
Oogway.
Master Oogway.
So hold on a second. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're gonna get to the bottom of perhaps one of the most well done cosplays Oh my gosh. So it's almost like a perfect overlay.
Where'd it go?
It disappeared. I feel like. Oh, did it do it? I don't know what I just did, but I just broke everything.
Well,
Let me see if
feeling the Uruguay.
I don't know. Who would you vote for? Would you vote for a turtle that contains like very spiritual? Oh, Bloomberg's gone now. Oh, that sucks.
Well,
Yeah. Well, there
that's
there
what we
goes.
got. That's what I got.
So, anywho, I guess to finish off, we can't really end on such a poor note as Michael Bloomberg's online social media campaign.
Yeah, let's go to the. Let's finish with a nice TikTok video. Let's do the one with all the emojis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sixth one.
6-1, 1, 2, 3.
That one.
This one? Or
Nope.
this one?
That one. Yeah.
This one heard. This one, right?
Very good.
Okay. Here we go.
The footage shot in November of 1992 before Trump opened the
My man.
shows the future president
With the grope.
I mean, he certainly doesn't know what to do with those hands.
I think he does know what to do. Is just there's a camera
Do you think that those women were paid $150
per post. Yes.
per post?
Per smooch.
I was interested in this one too.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nancy. Nancy, that's my mom's name. My dad named me after my great aunt who was a slave. Okay, I'm sorry.
We need to watch this video now. That's going to be the next episode. We're going to take that apart.
It's wrong, isn't it?
But it feels so right.
Then it's a deal.
Yes, we eat our pizza the wrong way.
Crust first.
Which wife is
Introducing
this?
stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut with a ring of cheese baked in.
Oh my gosh, he's a sociopath.
Yeah. What's next? What we got next? Oh. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I'm that woman.
Yeah.
I'm that woman.
Oh, hey.
Yep.
That's cool.
I'm just gonna go back to enjoying my food now.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for introducing.
Okay, I want everyone to get on their feet for this. We have Mr. and Mrs. Scott Nelson.
Bruh.
Why do they have them coming downstairs?
I don't know. Yeah, it's just how the venue. Some of the venues are like that. Dude, I can't believe someone did that. This one's good. This is one of the Bloomberg influencers. This is a Bloomberg influencer.
Oh my
100%.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, definitely accurate.
What else we got in here?
Have to get haircut, man.
Oh,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? When you get partners
this
like
is
this,
so
man, you
good.
get free haircuts, man. Boy, call me up, say, hey, let me cut your hair.
It's a freestyle hair design, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, all the women gonna be all up on you, bro.
You lying, bro. What is this, bro? Man, look like some weird shit going on, bro. What you doing up there, bro? No, bro, for real, man. Don't be doing no whack shit up there, bro. Man, I'm finna fight you, bro.
Nah, bro.
It looked like at the end he was feeling it though.
Yeah, like he looked like he was in that, like, you know, when you're getting a haircut. When you're getting a haircut and there's that moment when your soul leaves your body because you realize it's going like really bad, but you don't want to say anything because you're just trying to get out.
The
Like
social anxiety.
Yeah.
The social anxiety factor at a bad haircut, I think, should be like a case study for psychologists. Like it's such a weird vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, this is looking good.
This one's good.
I just want to touch on this jean skirt right here. That's fire.
I just want to examine that. Did you see the girl's face when it goes to terror? It goes from like, oh, like, you know how you turn around and you do like, you just do like the smirk or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know, how's it going?
Oh, you're another human being.
Yeah. And then there's like there's the realization of like, we're in danger.
And I feel like what this lady's language was, it was probably spoken in like some odd spiritual language that she might be feeling at the moment. But I feel like what she was trying to communicate is like, wow, we have on the same outfit. Because look at her outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And look at her outfit.
Roll it back just a little bit.
Right, because I feel like she's communicating.
I think this is the city.
To the lady.
This looks like the city. Did you see the boyfriend? He like just. I feel like this is how you know in New York City, tourist versus local.
Yeah.
Like this is a clear. He's just like, oh, there's just like a lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this lady is tourist.
Mm-hmm.
This lady or this dude is local.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it because she's not even like making sure he sees it. Like, hey, honey, this lady's trying to compliment my dress. But I totally think that's what's going on. I think she's like, oh my gosh, you got that same dress as me, but in pink.
Yeah. What's the next one?
It looked like she wanted to respond at first. That's like a fake smile.
That's what I mean. So it's that classic, like, you know, when you feel awkward, like I do when I'll like sort of smile, and it's something like that. But this one's good. This is the next Disney. This is a Disney character one.
This one.
I don't want to fall. I said I need the seat. Don't hold on to her. Yeah, but she.
Oh my gosh. So this lady's caught in the crossfire. What a poor soul.
Yeah. You think they know each other?
It sounds like she's saying that's why I need the seat.
Yeah.
So
Is it?
they're all old. They're all old women.
I want to hear what.
I don't want to fall. I said I need the seat. Don't hold on to her.
I said I need the seat. She said I don't want to fall.
Does she have something in the bag, like a cat or something? Because the lady's holding her bag, and she's like talking about she.
Yeah, that's another thing that is just a mystery, and like don't hold on to it. These are all old women too, which makes me think they could be in cahoots.
I don't want to fall. I said I need the seat. Don't hold on to her.
And it looks like she originally does have her hand on this woman.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
Need the seat. Don't hold on to her. Yeah, but she.
So this is a prime example of a video I'd like backstory to, or after story.
Yeah,
because I feel like there's more to it. I feel like maybe she has a point. She's very aggravated.
Yep.
When they catch the kid that was copying you on the test.
Here they got you, sucker. Fucking loser.
Oh my gosh.
Callie.
That is that's.
Oh, this is classic.
Honestly, when the national anthem comes on,
Yeah. New Englanders go all crazy.
this is me. This is me.
Oh, jeez.
I don't like that they're sitting.
I'm not into that.
Are they protesting right now?
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's a
I don't
that's a
think they're
joke.
protesting.
That's just a joke in case anyone wants to cancel us.
It's just a prank. It's just a prank.
Okay, this one looks suspicious. He looks like a odd version of Markiplier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Podcast is not the same thing. Yes. Podcast is not the same thing. But. Yes, of course.
What is going on?
Brother. He can't do the same thing, bro. But.
Man, I feel bad for this guy.
No, it's not.
This is just bullying.
It's not the same.
He looks like he's like foreign or something.
He looks like he's Albus Dumbledore.
But because we are not like to put the sardine like, yes, and yes.
How does he not notice the cameras?
I like you, bro. Yeah.
You're amazing, man. I love you, bro.
I don't get what just happened. I don't understand any of that. I don't get.
Well, I think it was supposed to be like a prank. Like they were trying to blow on the guy's face every time they were talking. But I guess, yeah, he wasn't really feeling it.
This is like the face of mob justice to me. Everyone's just looking down or laughing.
Yeah. Well, there is I forgot who. There is a study about like that the majority of people will do that.
Like this dude?
Yeah.
This dude is overjoyed.
Well, he might be involved in it.
Oh yeah, you're right. He is pretty close to the dude.
He might be recording the audio.
And then this girl.
Brother. He can't do the same thing, bro.
But it's like the jig is up. Everyone's laughing except this dude.
Well, because he's the target. You know what I mean? It ain't too funny when you're the target.
Yeah, I don't advise people make fun of people. I guess there's no real bullying sense here going on.
Mm.
It's just kind of like harassment. I wouldn't say that this depicts bullying, but
I think too you have to be a little like you know, like the sort of kind of reaction I probably would have done would have been like like, you know what I mean?
I'd give him one of these.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, you know, like there's a sour taste in my mouth. Like, why are you doing that? I really want to get in that guy's head and be like, 'cause blowing on someone is like.
Well, he seems like some kind of tourist or something. Like they look a little like that doesn't look like routine for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like from the way that him and it looks like the lady next to him is with him. And they sort of, I mean, the kind of vibe I'm getting is that that's not a regular trip for them. You know? All the audio's off.
Yeah, I put it off on purpose. I wanted to see if it would change how I view what's going on here.
It's either that or these guys are like in a city somewhere.
I mean, this guy is so upset. That's internalized depression. So.
I like you, bro. Yeah. Check ground, damn it.
I don't know.
It must be a common prank for that guy to pull. Like there's that one guy that does pranks in the subway where he like prepares full course like dinners for the people sitting next to him. It's like a date.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that, and he sets it up and stuff, and like some people just walk up.
I really like that guy. I don't like the guy we just watched at all.
Yeah.
Fucking friends! Let him go. Let him go. Fucking friends. All right. Fucking friends. All right. I had nothing against you.
Well, don't call me a fucking pussy,
I didn't
buddy.
call you pussy.
Bet?
I would never call you pussy in your own house. Not even in your own house. You guys are both even.
This guy's ready to mount something.
Make friends. I'm just saying.
All right. Somebody make peace before I was just trying to fucking friends, buddy. Not even
Oh
in
my
your own
gosh.
house.
He talks. I didn't know he talked.
What's he say?
He says, "Somebody make peace before I swing."
Make friends. I'm just saying.
All right. Somebody make peace before I was just trying to fucking friends, buddy. Not even in your own house. Somebody called me a pussy in my own.
Man, this man. This guy right
TikTok's
here.
finest.
This guy right here. What a beautiful man. I'm wondering why he doesn't have his guns holstered.
Yeah.
Or why we can't hear him walk. Because in the beginning, he's over here.
Got the gun show.
Yeah, and in the end, he's like over on this corner. So I wonder why we didn't hear his stirrups.
Friends. All right. Fucking friends. All right. I had nothing against you.
Well, don't call me a fucking pussy,
I didn't
buddy.
call
My
you
question
pussy.
is like,
I would never call you pussy.
who's
in your
recording
own
this?
house.
The only sober person.
The only one this night was actually fun for.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right. Somebody make peace before I was just trying to fucking friends, buddy. Not even in your own house. Somebody called me a pussy in my own.
The smile.
Anthony.
Oh, I wish it went on longer because it looked like they were about to get back into it.
Get popping.
Because he said, "What if you called me a pussy in my own house?" So it's like getting into some philosophical questions here. And you never want to approach a drunk with philosophy.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take it the worst way.
Not even in your own house. Somebody called me a pussy in my own house.
In my own house. I feel like they were just about to go right back into it. But golly, that was good. I'm wondering if over the next week we'll see either a rise in meme quality or a cut in meme spending.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll have to see next week.
We'll see it next week.
We'll see it next week.